D-Unit run things. Whole league noting. 3 big sides in his hand. Whole crowd sing his name. Mighty South Park, crowd so loud. Dolleton jump, Breedle proud. 1 man chill on the touchline still. 3 teams move, how he will beat Rahi quick. Beat Morant clean. Look, Avi, how feel the heat. Every ground, same story again. Scoreboard light up his name. D-Unit, D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with a master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. One out front, ice cold calm, 1/2 chance, hit like a storm, net shake mad, crowd jump fence, hold back line, lose their sense, roll take a ball in the South Park sun, last home game but the work all done, legend walk slow, tears in his eye, D-Unit, clap with a fist up high, D-Unit, greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance with a rivals cry. D-Unit, D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. Raise your hands high when the teams walk through. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you. D-Unit. Who beat Murat? D-Unit. Luca Navi. D-Unit. Ox the league. Who run it? 3 big badges, 1 big brain. 3 home crowd scream his name. From first kick-off to the last full time. He rewrite the history line. D-Unit. D-Unit. Greatest of all time. Running 3 clubs on the same headline. From South Park Road to Breedle Sky. Dolleton dance when the rivals cry. D-Unit. D-Unit. Thunder in the stand. Boss of the league with the master plan. 1 score, 1 wave, goodbye, fight 2. Whole world know that he built this crew. Everything win when he points at you. Everything win when he points at you.
Hello and welcome to the Game Week Match Day 7 semi-finals World Cup Fantasy deadline stream. And look, I'm afraid I think my internet is no good, even though I just reset everything. It's weird. Sometimes whenever I start, it's like a roll of the dice. And unfortunately, the roll of the dice hasn't gone the way I anticipated. Anyway, I'm going to start the timer here anyway, because we're about 2 hours away from literally this show getting on the road. And then I'm going to sit there and reset it like manually live. So you're going to lose me for a minute probably. But the timer is officially on screen. And yeah, unfortunately, we will be back very shortly. Right, we're reconnected. Hopefully that's fixed it. God, I hope it's fixed it. I'm sick of having to do this. Like, why can't bloody Starlink or whatever it is that's causing the issue, can't it just leave me in peace for like once in a blue moon? Hopefully that's fixed it. I think it has. All right, that looks... Oh, no, it's doing the same thing again. God, you just can't win in this stupid thing. It's beyond frustrating. I can't tell you guys how frustrating it is for me that this continuously happens. And I just have no solution because of the fact that I live in Kalgoorlie and it doesn't get any better than this. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Oh, yeah, if it's doing some nonsense again. That's really having a whinge now, isn't it? Christ, why does it do it? I get so annoyed with this. It's like, this is the most annoying thing about streaming on this thing is that this just keeps happening. I've come to the conclusion in life, it's the only way to describe this frustration that I have. There is no easy workaround either. It used to be fine and it just is progressively getting worse. It must be the router. So I keep on putting it off. I was meant to have done it this last couple of weeks. I just haven't done it. Has that sorted it now? Are we in business? I'm waiting for the dreaded red light that says you are dropping frames 2 minutes ago. or 2 seconds ago. It looks like we're okay at the moment. God, I hope that's it. Oh, it still doesn't look flash. All right, anyways, I'm going to start answering some questions. I don't actually know what I'm doing with my team at the moment. FYI, how they gone from 138 to 140 today? That makes no sense. I haven't taken a hit. I have no idea what's going on there. That's a bit dodgy. But yeah, look, that's really bizarre. I'm surprised that it's done that. I think we might be all right. It's not coming up saying that I'm dropping frames anymore. So touch wood. That's the team as it is. Obviously, I'm going to make 5 transfers. I'm probably going to keep Vargas in goal. The rest is all literally, I don't know. I still think that the best moves might actually not be bringing Messi in or Yamal in and just scattergunning and hoping that my idea about what I think is correct comes in. I think that's the best way of describing it, really. And hopefully the internet, has it sorted? It looks like it might have sorted itself out. It's still doing oh my God, what is with that video? Why is it doing it? Is this, you're not audible, mate. You just need to refresh the stream if you can't hear me. Can't hear you now. All right, we're going to try it one last time. I'm sick of this. This is ridiculous. All right, let's see. All right, we're just going to sit there and roll with this and hope that it fixes it. Last time I did this, it worked fine. And now it doesn't want to do anything. Oh, God, this is not good. This is not good. No, we're back. All right. See, this is, if I was on Telstra, I could run this off my phone and it'd be fine. But because it's Optus, it's going to have a whinge in about 30 seconds probably. And then I'll go back. And then every time I do this, it normally fixes itself for the rest of the stream. So I'm just hoping that I have to end the stream. All right, come on. Work for me. Work. Come on. Come back to life. God. It's still not. Oh, has it fixed it? I can't tell if it's fixed it or not. A few seconds ago. Oh, God. It just doesn't. It really doesn't like me today. I've not answered anyone's questions. I can't do anything. I'm too worried about what's going on here. I don't understand why it's still giving me issues. Maybe it's going to be fine now. Hold on. Oh, well, we'll see what that's like. We'll go over it for till now. Yeah, just refresh it if you can't hear. Hold on. I'm just going to quickly check it's fine. Yeah, audio should be fine now. Touch wood. Yes, sweet. All right, sweet. Hopefully it's good. Touch wood, we're good, hopefully. I'll ring him up for a new round while you're on stream. This is the content we want. Legit, I'm like sick of it. Bloody Elon Musk. I'm going to tag him on X and go, any danger of just let me have a good stream, mate, once in a blue moon. I mean, I think, for whatever reason, I don't know why that fixes it, but swapping over to my phone internet and then back to the router seems to fix the problem. I don't know why that's the case. It makes zero sense, but here we are. I've got 5 transfers I need to make, as I've talked about there. Choose 2 defenders, Tagliafico, O'Reilly, Dean, and Kabasi. To what it's worth, I'd probably go with O'Reilly and Tagliafico in those 2 there, mate. That's what I'd probably go with. My day was going really well until I had to sit there and try and get this stream up and running. But the audio should be perfectly fine now. Touch wood. I think we've fixed the internet issues as well, which is even better. So touch wood, that continues. And I think we're good. I think we're actually okay. Touch wood. Come on, Spain. France-England final. Yeah, my gut feel says it's an England-France final. I struggle to see any well where it's not those 2 at the end. I'm definitely going to bring in big Harry Kane up front. Yep. For what it's worth, I've not owned, actually, I was going to check this out. So I have not owned England players all tournament. I haven't owned an England player all tournament. And the one I brought in, actually, did I have O'Reilly in match day 1? No, I didn't even have O'Reilly. So I've not owned an England player all tournament until the quarterfinal, and I bought one in and they got 15 points. So I'm feeling pretty good about England, right? I feel like it's coming home. They're scoring me points. It's just all happy days. So I think that the answer here is that we are going to be bringing in some England players, baby, because I feel like that is probably the secret to success. So look, there are a couple of alternatives I have been looking at. Transferring Haaland out. What do you want? if you want a dead spot, there's two different ways of doing it. One, there's getting a goalkeeper in, like Nightmare talked about, Reese getting a 3.5 million goalkeeper in. You could also get a sacrifice of forward spot. Now, I know that sounds absolutely absurd, but if you believe, like I believe, that England are going to trounce Argentina, maybe Messi is not needed. Like, maybe he's actually not needed. Maybe it's just a scaremongering tactic because lots of other people have him that, you know, you think that you need him, but in reality, maybe you don't need him at all. So maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing these things out there. Kane just seems like a no-brainer. I feel like if England are going to score, which I think they do, and I think they do it multiple times, you just know that Bellingham and Kane are going to be involved. Like, that's just a no-brainer. I struggle to see any world where that doesn't like happen or whatever. So I think that makes a lot of sense. And then obviously Martin Odegaard has to go, sadly. I wish that I'd kind of got McAllister the last round. It would have saved me a transfer here, but alas, it is what it is. Sabari's going to have to go here as well. And I probably am going to make a forward transfer. And then that leaves me with one more. Now, I need to free up money. That's half the issue here. So one of the defenders has to go. And to be honest, it's probably going to be Laporte. Now, I'm going to wait for the lineups, obviously, to drop first before I make that transfer. But provided that Porro and Kukurea start, it makes more sense to have them because they're attacking defenders. And I don't think either team keeps a clean sheet tonight. So in that event, I want the blokes that potentially could be on the end of the goals or assists down the other end. So I think that's probably where I'm going to go. But then Luka Dean might not start. We don't know. So these things are all things you've got to sit there and wait for that lineup to drop. And I think whoever loses tonight changes their team massively. So part of me is like trying to gamble. I was like, so originally the non-Messi, non-Yamal route would lead me down to this particular set of players. Hold on. I'm just going to quickly pull them up now so I can show you what I was thinking. So you could bring in, hold on, where's his name? Where's Alvarez? There we go, Alvarez. We could bring in something like this, and then you could bring Marino in. Now, even if Marino starts on the bench tonight, I feel like he could score points because of the fact that he's going to come off the bench, and every time he comes off the bench at this tournament, he seems to score goals. Now, at least you're 4.6 in the bank. Ideally, I think that now I've gone off picking an Argentina defender and I kind of want to pick an England defender just because of the fact I think they win. The problem is I have no idea which England defender I want because I think they're all a bit too expensive for my liking and for the budget, I think, off the top of my head. I'm just going to have a quick look and see where they are and then I'll get back into some questions. So England defenders, I mean, Spence is 4.5, but I'm not convinced he starts. John Stones is 4.6. Maybe he comes in. Oh, yeah, that's exact money. Look at that. That could be the moves. Like the end of the stream, that could be where I end up going. Something along those lines, potentially. All right. Let's have a look at what people are thinking in here. Not buffering. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're good. I think we should be good now. I don't know what it is about swapping over to the different things. It's like the only other thing I can think of is that it's actually the adapter, the Wi-Fi adapter in my computer that's having an issue. And I don't know why that would be having an issue, but it could be having an issue. So that is something I'm going to have a look into tomorrow. I'm going to actually ring up Aftershock because they've got amazing, good aftercare, and I actually built my PC through them. And then get them to see if it's an issue from the computer side, because part of me just thinks it makes no sense, like how that sequence of things can happen. But yeah, it is what it is. My day is going pretty well now. I'm back in business. I'm not sure about the Messi. I really like the team that's on paper at the moment. And I know that doesn't have Messi in it. I feel like Messi is like a bit of a sheep move. We all know what I think of sheep moves. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. If Dean starts tonight, I think you just go with him, to be honest. I think DJ Spence pockets Messi all game. Calling it here first. He could do, to be fair. Best of luck pushing top 50. That's the aim. France versus FIFA. I mean, Argentina. Come on, Colin. We can't be thinking like that. My max captain, 12th man. Which one should I use today? I think that if you've got your 12th man, you've got to use it. Oh, God, actually, you know what? I'm not sure. In your case, if you've still got 12th man left to go, I might be tempted to just roll the max captain this week. And then you can pick a 12th man from the 3rd versus 4th playoff and just hope that they bang. I think maybe that's what I'd do in your case. Haaland change Alvarez? Yeah, potentially. Bringing in Marino, also bringing Messi for Alvarez. Will hopefully need the ladder for the third, fourth playoff, yes. Pickford or Martinez? I don't think it matters. Whatever keeper you've got, if you've got one of them, just play them. I don't think either of them keeping a clean sheet. Mbappe, Keane, Alvarez. Kane, Alvarez, I suppose that's meant to be. Yeah, that is, well, that's currently what I'm kind of thinking about myself. Get the big Spence in. He's got, yeah, maybe I might. Mateta for Messi for me. Love it. France lineup 99% sure. Mangan, Kunde, and Pecchio, Saliba, Dean, Tuchueni. Oh, mate, I'm glad he's not joining Man United. I'd never say his bloody name right. Rabiot, Dembele, Elise, Barcola. Oh, so Barcola's in him for Doué tonight. That's not a surprise. Spency, Stones benched. Why would Stones be benched, man? Stones be bloody killing it. I struggle to see him getting benched. Which part of the UK are you from? Originally, I'm not from the UK. I'm from Australia, but I lived in London and I've got a missus that's from Essex. So my accent is not as Australian as people that live out here, but it's also on there. I'm on Yamal, young legs and a long World Cup fair. Is it a good idea to go for a clean sheet shield this week? I feel like the clean sheet shield, the best time to use it was last match day, but if you've still got it, I'd be playing it this match day. I think there's a world where both games could end up finishing like 1-1 and then they go to penalties. Actually, that's far-fetched. There's no way both of those games finish 1-1 after 120 minutes. Maybe it does. But you just got to hope that whatever team you kind of pick defenders from, you don't... I think if you're going to use the clean sheet shield this week, you should load up on England and France defenders. That's my gut read. If you're using that chip this week. I'm probably not going to use a chip. I'm thinking about maximum captain, but I feel like I'm going to use that in the final. So yeah, for me, I think it's a 50-50 call. I just feel like it's going to be harder to read the final match day because the third versus fourth playoff can often be quite high scoring or it can be an absolute fizzler. And then obviously the final. I mean, if the final's like the final from the last World Cup where France played Argentina and Messi scored a couple and Mbappe scored a couple, you're going to want maximum captain in the final day. So that's why I'm playing it in the final round. Good afternoon again, my friend. How are you? Hopefully it's a nice day over in Florida. I mean, it's bloody cold here still. My missus actually came home today, so it's nice to finally have some company at home. I actually had someone to talk to today, which was quite nice. So happy days. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly check something else. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. I was wondering if I was going to accidentally stuff that up then. Just checking that Brittle City are currently winning. Yes, 4-0. Happy days. We can probably stop watching that game now. Mate, I'm killing it this season. South Park are actually taking a bit of a rendezvous out, but yeah, happy days. All right, there we go. Now I've actually got the chat open in the spot where I can read it properly. Why do you want to keep Porro and not swap him for an English defender? Well, because that's my 5 moves. I've used all 5 transfers, right? So it's Haaland out for Kane. It's Quinoris out for Alvarez. It's McAllister in for Odegaard. Marino in for Sabari. And Laporte leaves for Stones. Like, I'm not taking a hit this week. Taking a hit this week for a defender there is no point. Like, literally no point taking a hit for a defender this week. I don't believe any of them keep a clean sheet. And if I don't believe any of them keep a clean sheet, there is no point wasting transfers on defenders. You're just better off lining up attackers, I reckon. Probably not max captaining tonight. I'm thinking about it, but realistically, my gut read at the moment is I'm not going to do it. What about the 3.5 million keeper? I've used all of them. That's 5 transfers right there on paper. Like, literally, I wish there was a way I could asterisk. So it's Stones will be in for Laporte, who was obviously my team for the quarterfinals. Marino and McAllister are coming in, Alvarez and Kane. That's obviously provided Marino, I don't know. I don't know if even Marino needs to start for me to bring him in. I feel like it's just a read that I think that I'm going to do. I think that's where I'm going to go. The other option is this becomes a little bit more interesting. Well, I wouldn't say interesting, but a little bit different. So we could just load up and just think that France are going to win tonight, right? We could bring in Barcola because apparently it's rumored that he's going to start. So I'm just going to quickly change that back to all. Let's go back to midfielders. Barcola. I'm just interested to see if I could actually afford this. So just bear with me. I want to see if this is affordable. How much money have I got? 3.4 million. See, that's not affordable. Actually, no, because the cheapest, the problem is the cheapest midfielder is 5.1. Like, well, that's Kante, whatever his name is, from France. So there's no way I can afford that draft. It's just, that's not going to work. Even 11.4. So like this one here, I feel like if you bring in, so the cheap, this is the issue I've got. This is why I don't like this particular draft, is because you're sacrificing way too much. And I just think that I'd rather have 8 attackers rather than 7. So Kante's the cheapest one, and that leaves 6.3 million to spend on the last midfielder if I ended up keeping Stones. Now, I might not keep Stones, so we'll see what that gives me then. So I've got 10.9 then. So in theory, I could still bring in these guys just don't, none of them instill any confidence. Like, what's Elliot Anderson? 4.4. Well, maybe that's possible. We could then bring in the defender. Price, so 4.4. There's Molina, there's Tagliafico, whatever his stupid name is that I can't pronounce. I mean, you could do something like that, and then you're still, I mean, the problem is, though, I feel like that's just a weaker team in general. Like, we're just relying on just nobodies. That's what it comes down to, right? Like, yeah, or you sit there and you do what that guy said, and I talked about it in my video yesterday. You could just dead spot this forward spot because it's 4 million, right? So if we go back down there, let's go back to the forwards. You could actually physically dead spot that place, bring in like a 4 million Munoz who's not going to play, let's be fair here. Then you've got 6.1 million to play, and then all of a sudden you can sit there and you can get a little bit more creative. You can go with like a, where is his name? You could go over Yamal. You could go instead of bloody Elliot Anderson. You could go with, you can even get rid of old mate there. You can bring in like Medina. You could bring in like Medina, and then you've got 8 million. You can then bring in Barcola if you wanted. Like, I don't know if that's a better lineup. Like, is that a better lineup than having like 8 actual attackers? I'm not sure. Like, I don't know how these games are going to go. It's like, it is purely a guessing game. My gut feel is it's France beat Spain. There's no guarantee of that, but maybe that's a better lineup and just dead spotting the forwards. But I'm like, it just comes down to, do I really think Messi's going to do anything against England? The answer is probably not. But I have no idea. It's just pure luck at this point. How about a no keeper draft? No keeper draft. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I was like, as I said, I had Alvarez. You could look at Ozabayel. Like, honestly, they could both be really good options, to be fair. I'm just not sure. France 2, Spain 0, England 2, Argentina 1. Final, France 3, England 0. I think if England make the final, they beat France. I don't know why. I don't think their team is anywhere near as good. I just feel like England have just found, they look more clinical than they ever did under Southgate. And like Jude Bellingham is in some form. Like, he just looks incredible. Nah, so there's no way I can win it. About 40 odd points off the top spot. I'd have to throw some absolute Hail Marys to catch up that distance, I think. I'd pick for Cucurella, O'Reilly, Dean, and Dembele, Bayana, Lise, Marino, Bellingham, Mbappe, Kane, Bench, Martinez, Konza, Martinez, Messi. I think that team looks pretty good. That's a pretty balanced team in general. I think you've got a pretty good spread of players across the 4 different teams as well. Apparently, I've been told that third place games will count, and I was trying to work out, right? So on the final, it says the 19th of July. Now, the 19th of July in Australia is Sunday morning. Now, the actual final, the World Cup final, is actually on Monday. So my gut read is it does count, because otherwise, why on earth would the final be on the 19th of July? Because it's not. The actual final for us in Australia is the the 20th of July at 3 a.m. in the morning. So my gut read tells me that the final saying it's the 19th there would tell me that it's going to be the third versus fourth playoff counts. That's my gut read. I have no idea. I can't read it in the rules anywhere, but I've been assured by a few people that is actually the case, but I'm not 100% sure. I've clean sheet shield max captain. Which one should I use? I'd go clean sheet shield this round 100%. Which English defender do you think should be kept? Only one. Oh, God. I thought Spence actually looked pretty good when he came on the other day, and I've been so critical of Spence, but I've got to hold my hand up and say he was actually pretty good the other day. If you had one extra transfer, what would you have done? Swap the goalkeeper. I don't even know how that's possible because I'd need money for it, and I don't even know if I've got the funds to swap it to a playing goalkeeper, but I'd like to think that I could have done it. Yes, Faith, it does. Oh, there you go. I feel like using max captain this match day is the way to go. For the next match day, I think going from Mbappe is a no-brainer. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I just feel like, yeah, you could be right about that. I just think the third versus fourth playoff could have some huge scores in it. Like for players that people don't have, and it's going to be so hard to predict. Stones or Dean, I got him, Pecchio, Cucurella, O'Reilly, and I think that you've already got, I don't know. If Dean starts, I'd go with Dean. I think he's got more chance of getting an attacking return. No, not enough funds. I think if I drop 4.3 to 3.5, it's nowhere near as going from like Laporte down to like Medina. That's 1.4. That keeper move only saves is 0.8. So no, not really. For Messi, get your Mal and Barcola Doué for Gordon in. Yeah, you could be right. Elise Baena, Marino, and Gordon. I don't like selling Elise. I've got no intention of doing that myself. If it didn't involve that, I'd say it sounds pretty good, but I don't like swapping Elise for Gordon. I think that is a recipe for disaster. Bringing a few differentials. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. That's exactly my plan, Com. Would you choose Pickford over Martinez? Yes. If I had an extra transfer, I'd do Pickford to Martinez all day long. Did I just walk into a no Messi draft? You are. A no keeper draft I'm on board with. Wouldn't surprise if Argentina cheat for a pen for Messi. Yeah, you're probably right. But then it wouldn't surprise you if Messi missed it and Pickford got the save. Yamal Messi, which to go about. Flip a card and see what the card says. Yamal Messi, which one are you going with? You're going with Yamal, apparently. Interesting. On the Canadian time, it says 18th of July. Yes, that's right, because it would be on a Saturday in Canada. Here it's a Sunday and 19. Yeah. Spain lineup is out, by the way. What do you think about Ruiz and Olmo? Are they both starting? Someone actually typed the lineup in here. That'd be pretty sick. It does count. Just joined. A percentage of you playing max captain this week, probably about 10%. I'm so lost. I really don't know what to do. Spence did well. I know. The problem is that we don't know if Spence is going to start or not. If he starts, I'll be like, yes, I think that Spence could be a really good move. But I'm not sure that he starts. Then again, I thought Consul was pretty wank. But then, as I said, Spence came on and played really well, but I'm not sure. Buying the 3.5 million keeper does nothing for my funds. I don't generate the funds I need for the rest of the team. It's a pointless move. What do you think of my team? Pickford, Cucurella, Porro, and Pecchio, Spence, Dean, Dembele, Elise, Bellingham, Marino, McAllister, Mbappe, Kane. I like that lineup. That is a good lineup. I actually think that there's a world where I might go something very similar. Yamal or Marino? Well, Yamal's going to start, right? Marino's probably going to be back on the bench. So if you believe that this is the time, for what it's worth, I feel like Yamal could pop today. Like, that's why I'm actively considering it myself. Like, he could definitely bang today. Let's be fair here. There's no way I can fit him in along with, what would that need to be? He would need to be, whatever forwards are there. So if, it's not possible. I wouldn't have the funds for it. Hold on. The other forwards. Where are the other forwards? Forwards. So part of me is like, if I was to do this, I'd really like to have McAllister there. It gives you 5.4 million for a bloody forward. It's not going to work. What's going on here? Why is okay? I was like, what's so Martinez 8.8, Alvarez 8.6, Ozabayar 8.7, and no one else is going to start. Oh, actually, oh, nah, I can't do this. This would be criminal. If this actually paid off, imagine the scenes. I could bring Matt Wake in. Like, maybe that's a move. I'm still 0.7 short. I still can't even do that. I can't afford to do that either. I mean, that would be absurd. If that actually came in, could you imagine the scenes? I would ride that all the way to the bank, baby. All right, let me have a look at the Spain lineup. Bear with me. I'm just going to have a quick look. Spain lineup, where are we? Let's have a look. No, don't want that. Spain. I'm surprised that some of them come out way earlier than others. Oh, live blog. Here we go. My God, it takes a while to load up, doesn't it? Here we go. Spain. Where are people finding these lineups? Can someone show me where to go? Or tell me where to go so I can read it? Oh, God. The live blog's crap. How can they release the lineup and it's not even in the live blog? Come on. Gordon McAllister. Yeah, I feel like McAllister's just cheaper and you know he's going to play the whole game. Fabian Ruiz and Olmo. I just feel like Fabian Ruiz, like I've looked at Ruiz, right? I was actually, sorry, I'm just going to revert a few of these people and just see what, you know, is possible in all this stuff. So Fabian Ruiz, I did look at when I was putting together the video yesterday. And I know he got 9 points last match day, right? So he only played 55 minutes against Belgium. So he played 55 minutes against Belgium. He played 5 against Portugal. Played 1 minute against Austria. 30 minutes against Uruguay. 20 minutes against Saudi Arabia. And against Cabo Verde, he lasted 71 minutes. Like, he's not going to be playing that many minutes. Like, he could be a really good pick. He might score a goal again. Like, let's be fair, he could definitely score another goal. But is he going to give you the minutes that you need in order to get the points? I'm not sure that he does, to be honest. Do you actually think you must have? I think you definitely need Bellingham, Kane, Mbappe, Dembele, Elise. Like, those 5 are the 5 forwards you need, I think, without a doubt. I think the rest are all open to debate about what they can deliver. I just think that France and England will be the final and they will win, and those 5 players will be the ones that score the goals that get their teams to the final. That is my gut read on the play of the semi-finals. I think Argentina's run, whatever you want to call it, story tale, whatever, faded, FIFA backed, whatever, Infantino backed, it's coming to an end. The revenge is happening. 40 years on from the nonsense. It's about time Argentina ran into a spot above her, and I reckon now's the time. Yeah, I've not seen the lineup yet, and I'm not checking X because I haven't got it open, and I hate that app with a passion. There's a reason why my followers on there are not very high, because I can't be asked of it. But no, I'm probably not going to play a chip this round. I'm probably going to save my max captain for the final. Martinez, Risa, Kunde, Kukurea, Dean, Trigger, Lafico, O'Reilly, Baena, Elise, Dembele, Gordon, Bellingham, Kane, Mbappe, Messi. Well, it looks pretty good to me, mate. That's just what I mean. Like, there's not many changes that people are going to make to their teams. Like, we're all going to have roughly very similar teams, bar like 1 or 2, 3 players. What do you think of Rabiot as a differential? He gets the odd goal here and there. Don't mind Rabiot. I actually think that he's a worthy shout, 6.4. He's due a goal. So he's been playing all the minutes. He's played 90, played 90. I didn't play against Norway, but they rested the entire team. Played 90 against Iraq. And he obviously got an assist against Senegal. Like, he's due a goal. And he had a couple of shots in that game the other night against Morocco. Like, he's probably due to score at some point over the next little bit, I would have thought. Simon, Kabasi, Laporte, Poro, Kukurea, Olmo, Rodri, Ruiz, Bayana, Yamal, Ozabayao. See, that part of me thinks that maybe it is worth getting Yamal in because you know he starts and he's not going to be taken off. Maybe that's the play. Maybe piss off Messi because I just seen Rahi enter the chat, which makes me want to buy him even less. Just to stick it to him when he sucks. Should I take a -3 to a 4 Kane instead of Ozabayal? Probably not. Would you rather spread out the defense and get so many teams in as possible or commit to one team? That's a good question. I feel like if I was to back in one team this week for a clean sheet, it would be France. And I don't think they keep a clean sheet. So, no, I don't think it matters what you do, to be honest. I think just pick the attacking defenders this week and hope for the best. I don't mind Gordon. I have for Gordon versus McAllister, it's a tough one. Let's ask the card. Let's defer to the card for that. Gordon versus McAllister. We're going with Gordon, apparently. Is Messi not a good pick this week is my question. I mean, he is. I'm just thinking that maybe I'm going to sit there and say, you know what? Not for me. Yeah. Who should I use for my 12th man? What's your team? Because otherwise I'm going to probably suggest someone you've already got in your team. So let me know what you've got in your team and then I could tell you what I think. Reese and Martinez, Kukurea, Dean, Martinez, and Pecchio, O'Reilly, DeBelle, Elise, Bellingham, Baena, Gordon, Messi, Mbappe, Kane. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good team. Don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, you've spread your funds out really well. Like, you've obviously got a couple of cheaper defenders in there because you've got a stacked forward line and midfield. Let's be fair here. Mad Wakey over Messi. I've never seen a... I knew you'd love that. See, I had that in there just for when Ray entered, so he knew that I was sitting there just having a little go. Is Messi out a shout for Alvarez? Don't mind it for what it's worth. I feel like Alvarez is actually a pretty good shout. Like, there is a world where, I mean, I would just had Mad Wakey in there because I thought it was quite funny. And seeing Ray's reaction has made it all the more worthwhile doing that for that short period of time. Like, is there a world where you could bring in 7.3? It's still not enough money. I feel like Yamal might be the answer, you know. I don't know why. Just feel like he could be the answer. 5.4 million to spend on the forward line. That's the only issue. Unless we got rid of McAllister. It's still not. The forwards are just all so expensive. All the good ones left are just so expensive. Other than Mad Wakey. I can't bring him in. I can't justify it. Forwards, they all just suck. What is it? Like it's Munoz and just dead spotting the entire spot in your team. I just don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense either, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not interested in whether he starts Rahi. I have no intention of playing him in this lineup. That's the plan. Messi sucks and he's the top of the goal scorers list, is he? Isn't Jude Bellingham in front of him now? Jude scored twice, 4 times. Five times. So he scored 6 times. What's Messi scored? He's scored 1 more, hasn't he? Messi scored 7, hasn't he? How many has Mbappe got? Mbappe must be right behind him. Mbappe's got 2 there. 1. 5. 5. 6, 7. Mbappe's leading the golden boot race, you nonce. What are you on about? He's fallen behind, mate. He's not winning it. Mbappe's got it in the bag. Have I got that right? I'm pretty sure I've got that right. Messi scored 1 against Egypt, 1 against Cabo Verde, so that's 2. Against Jordan, he scored 3, scored the hat-trick 6, 7, 8. Okay, he's tied. He's tied with Mbappe. I apologize for spouting nonsense. Barcola's starting for France. There you go. Happy days. All right, my bad. I've got it wrong. Sometimes it happens. Best bid for under 6.2. Already got Bayern, Elise, Bellingham, and Dembele. Under 6.2, it's pretty slim pickings, not going to lie. Zubimendi doesn't start for Spain, so he's not an option. Kone could be all right, but he's not starting tonight either. It's Chuchuani or whatever his name is. So Mainu doesn't get a gig. Bayern is the only one. The only other one that's likely to start is probably Paredes, and he's 5.6, but what's he going to do? Get you 2 points. There's not really any under 6.1. That's the issue. Bringing in Yamal and captaining him to chase, don't mind it. Clean sheet share around is fine this week if you've got it. Yeah, if you've got it, I'd definitely be playing it this week. Barcola or Marino, it depends on what you want to do with the rest of your funds. If you're quite happy to spend up on Barcola, get in Barcola, probably get more points than Marino, but yeah. Do I really think Dembele's worth it? Yes. Simon Kabasi, Kukra, Kunde, Laporte, Martinez, Bellingham, Elise, Dembele, McAllister, Gordon, Kane, Mbappe, Ozabayal, 12 man. In your case, you are definitely bringing in Messi as your 12th man. Yep. Messi, 12th man. That's easy. Medina could be your cheap defender that helps elsewhere, and if Argentina lose, he may well play. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, Colm. Like, part of me is like going, Argentina have shown that they will rotate their team against, well, the crap team. They rotated completely against Jordan. And I feel like they'll do the same thing in the 3rd versus 4th playoff. I think Messi will probably still play, but outside of that, I don't think many of the others do. Rissi, Martinez, Kukre, Dean, Martinez, Mbekio, O'Reilly, Dembele, Elise, Bellingham, Bayna, Gordon, Messi. That's you've Josek 55110. 55110, sorry. Yeah, I think your team's sweet. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I did ask think Dembele will blank. Well, if Rahi thinks Dembele is going to blank, that means he probably scores a hat-trick, probably captain him. No clean sheets for the rest of the World Cup. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Against a good defence, he isn't reliable. Did all right against Arsenal, didn't he? Kunde. Buckle starting, yeah. I think, did you go... I don't think there's much in it between Rabin, Kunde. I feel like Mpekio is probably more chance of scoring off a corner. Darius downloaded the wrong World Cup. He thinks Jude is ahead of Messi. For both Mbappe and... Yeah, I know. I got it wrong. O'Reilly or Reece. I feel like Reece James played 46 minutes the other day. I feel like he comes into the lineup. So maybe it is Reece James, but it's pure guesswork as usual. Jude could definitely win it though. Like, Jude could score a hat-trick against that Argentina team, no problem at all. And then overtake Messi in one sitting. Let's be fair, he's probably the best number 10 at the World Cup outside of Mbappe. Would you choose Gordon over Olmo? Probably, yes. Molina, Kuka, Martinez, and keep 3 defender formation to allow for Jude, Elise, Dembele, Yamal, Bayana, Kane, Mbappe, Messi. Yeah, see, that's what I'm like, my head is that. That's why I preferred my original lot of moves, right? So get rid of that. So in the original lot, it was, what did I say? It was McAllister in here. Where's old mate? McAllister. I was looking at Marino. I'm kind of put off a little bit by the fact he's not starting, but maybe we can look into that in a second and get the forwards in here for a second. And where's old mate Alvarez? There we go, Alvarez. And then I've got 6.8 million to spend. So what can I cook up with 6.8 mil? Not a hell of a lot is the answer. Fabian Ruiz is 6.8. Maybe that's a sign. I don't know. It doesn't feel like a good sign, though. It's a shame there's not a... Is there a defender that's even cheaper? Is there a defender that's cheaper than 4 mil that just isn't playing that I can just bring in? No. Medina is it. He's the cheapest bloke I can get to. That means that I'm literally stuck here in this weird conundrum of 6.8 million and below, and 6.8 million is Ruiz, Anderson. Maybe it's Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson in 6.5. He's capable of actually... He's under 5%. He's due to get an attacking return like he did against Croatia. He's due to get an assist. maybe. I'm just plucking at straws here, really. I still feel like Marino off the bench could be pretty good as well. Like, part of me just thinks that is actually a smart move. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to come off the bench. He's come off the bench the last 2 games and scored. He doesn't even need that many minutes on the field. Like, he's got 9 and 9 the last 2 match days. It's telling that he's up to 5% ownership. A lot of people obviously on the same line of thinking that maybe he can do the business again. Or we could bring in Rabiot. Revert. Rabiot. Transfer in. Then we can get rid of Medina. We can bring in someone else. And that might actually start. I don't know. It's all ifs, buts, and maybes, really. I'm not sold on either way. Like, I've got so many doubts about. Like, we could do that. That's doable. Something like that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. Would you choose Gordon over Olmo? Yeah. Probably yes. Molina, keep free. Yeah, I've done that. Doesn't happen sometimes. It's all the time. Maybe you hate that guy. I just think that he's overrated. He's people like you make me dislike him. He's starting. Yes, he is. How much is he? How much is he? Chuchuani is 6.5. What's he done? Does he do anything? Does he ever shoot? Did not play 4. Got an assist against Norway. Far out. I mean, yeah, maybe. Maybe he's an option. I don't know. I feel like Rabiot's a better option though. Max Captain, final match day. We'll be using that. If you're looking to stack up, I'd be going France or England. I don't think the other 2 teams have got any chance this round. Pick for Martinez, Kabasi, Laporte, Kukurea, Kimpekio, Konza, Dembele, Beno, Elise, Bellingham, Gordon, Ozabaya, Mbappe, Messi. I'm trying to squeeze in Kane. Yeah, that's going to be tough. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You could drop Gordon down. Ozabaya was like 1.9. No, he's way more. He's more than that. He's 2.4 off. Like, you'd have to drop Dembele down or Bellingham down to someone, or sacrifice like one of your defenders down to like Medina. That's your only option, really. Saliba or Mpekio, toss of a card. I'd go Mpekio because that's who I thought originally, but Saliba's lower owned, so maybe he's a better pick. France 2-1 in England 2-1. I'm thinking about that. Funny man. Who will England play in defence? God knows. That's why I haven't got any England defenders. Dropping Dembele for Barcola Forts. Yeah, you could do that. Save some money. Don't mind that move, actually. It's not a bad shout. How many points are you off number 1? 40 odd points, Jack. I'm good well as well. Should I sell Medina? He's probably not going to play, so if you've got the extra transfer, why not? Banner is playing. Reckon Marino, the best under 7 million option in midfield. Yeah, even if he comes off the bench. I think McAllister's probably better, though. O'Reilly to start for me with James coming in for 3 or 4 different starters. Fair. Yep. Get the cheap keeper. There's no point in me wasting a transfer on the keeper. I don't make enough money from that move. Medina probs ain't starting, I know. Yeah. Do you suggest just doubling up in defence? I would. I mean, that's what I'm literally going with double France, double Spain. There's a world where that game finishes 0-0. Like, you never know. These weird things can happen in the World Cup. So let's be fair here. Argentinian sources said they'll only change players in the midfield. Fair. Okay, that's interesting. No, I'm doing Max Captain final, I think, probably. McAllister versus Banner, Martinez versus Medina, O'Reilly versus Dean. Also, any those worth a -4. -3. I don't think any of them are worth a -3, and except the Martinez to Medina, because Martinez probably starts and Medina doesn't. But again, I don't think he keeps a clean sheet, so I don't think it's worth it. I don't think Banner's worth it, no. Molina 4.4, yeah, you could do that. Last time Spain played France, Spain went 4-0 up in 67 minutes. Interesting point, that. That's why I kind of like the Yamal shout, just for something a bit different. Rabiot or Chuchueni, I think you've got to go Rabiot. Barcola or Olmo or Gordon. I feel like I'd take. Oh God, I'm gonna be biased and say Gordon. Yes, I'll keep doing them. Jack, what about Mbappe, Messi, Alvarez, no Kane? Yeah, I just think that England beat Argentina, so why would you load up on Argentina if you think that way? If you think Argentina are going to win, yep, by all means. Is keeping Pecchio fine? Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing. Dembele against Kukurea, chances are he doesn't perform. Fair. Is Medina not starting? I've no idea, probably not. Best midfielder under 7 million, Declan Rice, McAllister. Then you're gambling. Rabiot or Gordon or Olmo? Gordon or Marino, Gordon, Dembele or Lamine Yamal? Dembele for me. If you had to pick two between Bayern and McAllister and Gordon, who would you pick? I would pick McAllister and Gordon. More chance of returns. Gordon or Bacola? Gordon. 12th man options. Depends on your team. Tucciareni and Rabiot are starting. Yes, they are. I feel Anderson could be surprising. Yes. That's why I kind of don't mind that move. Paredes at 5.6. What is Paredes going to do except get 2 points? Like, he's not going to do anything else. Watch him get like a goal and get like 15 points now after I've just said that. But I just don't see a world where he does anything. But that's just me. I do think I like the Elliot Anderson pick better than Rabiot for what it's worth. And that leaves me with 0 million in the bank, which normally is a good sign that you've got the right team. Paredes at 5.6, 12 man Yamal or Messi. I would go Yamal. Do you think keeping Menzambi and Vargas, 2 dead picks, is okay? Yep, depends on your team and what formation you're looking to play, but it could definitely work. Kind of feel bad about Newcastle, man. They just love getting, oh, man, it would suck to be a Newcastle fan at the moment. Let's be fair here. They can't sit there. They can't hold on to anyone. They all want to leave the club. It's just a bit ridiculous. Also, Man United still signing Tielemans. I mean, all summer, it was like, we're going to bid for Elliot Anderson. We're going to bid for Tonali. We're going to bid for Mateus Fernandes. And all of a sudden, we've got this Edison deal lined up. We pull out of it. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Here we go. Andre Santos. Here we go. What? And then we've got Tielemans. Here we go. And I was like, okay, where did those signings come from? Like, and why were they not being talked about massively? I mean, it's kind of nice that the media didn't really have big wind of it before Man United just went and made the moves. And to be honest, if they're better than Manuel Ugarte, I'm not sure how good they're going to be, though. Fabian Ruiz, Marino. I prefer Marino over Fabian Ruiz. You know that Marino's going to come off the bench. Fabian Ruiz's minutes have been absolutely garbage. Elise Bayan or Barcola? Olmo. Elise for me. I changed Dembele for Rabiot and put Yamal in. Fair. I mean, if I was to do that, I wouldn't be going with Alvarez. I'd go with Messi if I was going to be dropping that down. I need to make the defender thing for it. Is Baena a keep? Yes, unless you've got luxury moves. He's starting, so that's all you need to know there, really. I want to put 4 defenders from England. What do you think? Which 4 will start the game? Oh, God. I've no idea who's going to start for England. My guess is Mark Gahey, Stones, or maybe it's Konza. Oh, God, I really don't know. Trying to pick, and part of me thinks that Reece James, if he's played 46 minutes the other day, he should be fit to start. So I'd imagine he probably starts. So that's 3, and then you pick Jordan Pickford and hope for the best. Messi or Kane? It's got to be Kane. Sorry, late had parents' evening. Good old parents' evening. Got to love to see it. Good. I hope you're well as well, mate. Messi or Yamal? I think Yamal for me. I think you were right not to sign Edison. I agree. Yeah, I think that Edison was, I don't know why we're going for him anyway. My thoughts on Italian players in general coming from that league are, Man United don't have much success with them. Let's be fair. The good ones get massively outweighed by the dud ones. It's there. We've had some horrendous signings from there recently as well. Pickford, Simon, Dean Kabasi, Kukurea, and Pecchio, Konza, Dembele, Bayana, Lise, Bellingham, Gordon, Ozabao. That's pretty good. Not happy with Konza and Bayana. What suggestions would you have? If that the exact money you've got, you could drop Konza down to like Tragalifico and then you could boost Bayana up a couple of spots. Or you could drop Konza to Medina and just sacrifice that spot entirely. And then you could move Bayana up to McAllister because you'd have enough money to do that. United's midfield is very tetchy, but lacks so much pace. I know. It's like they're kind of not going to play a central defensive midfielder and just going to try and dominate the ball higher up the pitch, I think. Konzo, O'Reilly or Reece James? Part of me wants to say Reece James because I just know that if he starts, he's a good chance of getting something. Should I change from Martinez to Pickford? No, I don't think it's worth a transfer. Rice on the corners is the one. Yes, I don't see a clean sheet versus Alvarez. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't see a clean sheet for anyone, which is why I don't really have much opinions on the defense other than just pick some and hope and pick good attackers. Bayana versus Anderson. I feel like I prefer Anderson. Are you choosing Cholo Gafico for? Yes, I am. I'm expecting everyone to concede, so I'm not really expecting clean sheets. Koundé or O'Reilly, for me, it's got to be Koundé because he starts and we know he starts. Centre-backs are a threat as well for Argentina. I would spread it a bit. Yeah, maybe. You guess England will win, but keep Argentina GK in defence is worth it. Yeah, I think so. As I said, I don't think anyone keeps a clean sheet, so I don't think it matters who you've got back there, to be honest. Really to push the ranks, Pickford, Kukurea, and Koundé, O'Reilly, Henderson. And well, Henderson's not going to play, he's injured, but yeah, the rest of it's pretty good. Would you take Ozabayan Simon out for Messi and a goalkeeper that won't play? Martinez, yes, you could definitely do that, 100%. Is it essential to use all 5 transfers? No, but why not if you've got them? And I've got 5 blanking, so I need to move them anyway. So is Banner that bad? No, but he just doesn't excite me, really. It just doesn't, I don't know. Max captain, yeah, you could do it this round. I'm not going to play it this round. I'm probably going to do it next round. What is the next best goalkeeper? No budget. The cheapest one. Legit. I'd go with the cheapest goalkeeper. I think there might be Mayang. No, it's Pickford. I think Pickford's the cheapest goalkeeper left that's starting, right? Martinez is 5. Mangan is 5. Raya is, Simon is 5. Yeah, Pickford. It's Pickford. Pickford's the best goalkeeper because he's the cheapest. And I think they all concede. And I think Pickford's probably got as much chance of anyone of saving a penalty for what it's worth. How many minutes does a defender has to play to qualify for clean sheet bonus? 6. Not 60. 60 minutes. Doesn't matter if they start the game or if they come on like the 60th minute. As long as they've played 60 actual minutes, they will get the clean sheet, provided they've kept the clean sheet or whatever. Who would you rather have, Yamal or Elise? Elise, I don't see any clean sheets at all. Best of spread, yep. Chasing points, gone 6 Spain and sold Mbappe to Kane. Wow, okay, don't mind it. Martinez, Risa, Kukurea, Konza, Mpekio, Molina, Martinez, McAllister, Dembele, Bellingham, Anderson, Elise, Mbappe, Kane, Messi. Nice. That's a pretty good lineup. You've got 8 amazing attackers, so you get a really good look at the first game. Then you can make your moves to the second one and bring those ones in. I like it. That's the problem with United's midfield. Are very good on the ball, and don't get me wrong, but lose out on the long run with Champions League kicking in, for example. Bruno could crush it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, legit. Yamal and Bayano or Olmo and Gordon? Olmo and Gordon for me. And Pecchio, I just think that Bayano doesn't do much. That's my gut feel. And Pecchio or Koundé, thoughts on this? And Pecchio. Goal off a corner, maybe, with his head. Gutting the banner is starting, it came off before 60. I know, and that's what the problem. Fabian Ruiz came off before 60 as well. Like, it's literally guesswork, let's be fair. You guess England will win, but keep Argentina? Yeah, I do. As I said, I don't think anyone keeps a clean sheet, so I don't think it matters who your defenders and goalkeeper are. Unless you think they're going to score goals, it's probably not worth making moves there, unless you have to free up money or whatever. Bacola is starting. Thoughts on this? Yeah, he probably gets a good 90 minutes, or close to it, I reckon. Mpekio or Koundé, Mpekio, Yamal and Bayano or Gordon and Olmo. Gordon and Olmo, I swear I just read that. Same, I don't think clean sheets. That's why I went Martinez to Pickford. Be able to, yeah, love it. It was 5-4 to Spain last time they played. Manga and Simon were in goal. What the hell? 5-4. I don't think we're going to get that. If we get that scoreline, that's going to be insane. I have one extra French, so worth it to go for Martinez to Megan. Don't mind it. Ozawayo or Alvarez? It's a tough call. I'm in the same spot. I really don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Ozawayo, we know he starts. As he starts, he's probably going to play 90 minutes. What is his minutes like? I'm saying this and I'm like, am I just making this up? I feel like his minutes have been really good. 79, 89, 90, 76, 45 against Saudi Arabia. That's only because he only needed 45 minutes that game. Let's be fair. I don't know. I feel like his minutes have been pretty good. So I feel like maybe Ozabayal, potentially. I'm going to save the max captain for the final. That's what I'm going to be doing, probably. Messi and Mbappe both crap at pens. Yeah, legit. Dean. Oh, did I miss this? Did I miss a question? Oh, Dean or O'Reilly. I'd go look at Dean. Kane Essential, yes. Tielemans is a great signing, far better than Edison. I agree. Why not Messi? I don't know. Just because I want to be different. Best reasoning, right? And I've been doing really well to get to 138 in the world, and I've not had Messi the last 2 match days, and part of me goes, well, if it's worked for me the last 2 match days, why not keep doing it? Goalkeeper Martinez, defender Martinez, Reece. Yeah, I like that. Reece James, Nico O'Reilly, Kukurea, mid, Elise, Dembele, Elite, Olmo, Bellingham, goal. Bellingham, goal. I love that. Gordon, Ford, and Buffet, Kane, Alvarez. Drop your thoughts. Pretty good team. I actually really rate that team. Due will come on for one of the other 3. Yeah, that's right. You're probably right, Thomas. Does this work? Megan, Arisa, Kukurea, Konzo, Mpekio, Kubasi, Martinez, McAllister, Dembele, Bellingham, Bayana, Elise, Mbappe, Kane, Messi. Yes, that does work. Kunde or Dean. Dean. Best forward 8.5. Depends on what you want to do with the rest of your team. If you want money for the rest of your team, Munoz. If not, it's probably Ozabayal, because there ain't any other options that are going to start. Is it worth going for 3 French defenders? Potentially, yes, but I don't know. As I said, I just don't think anyone keeps a clean sheet. I got Kane, Mbappe, Messi, Bellingham, Elise, Dembele, Yamal, Bayana. What the hell is the rest of your team? Feels like Yamal will perform against Dean and Barcola perform against Porro. So I don't bring Dembele and use Kane, Messi, and Mbappe as strikers. Defenders is bunch of Argentina and England. I don't mind that. Santos too look good when you play for Chelsea. It could be, yeah, it could be, but I'm not convinced. Anderson, Gordon, or Barcola. Gordon. Why not Messi? Because he hates Messi. Rabiot versus Anderson versus Gordon. Gordon. I respect that reason. Good luck, man. I'll have him though. Be aware. The GOAT. Yeah, he's not the GOAT for me. That was Maradona back in the day, but no, everyone forgets about him. I mean, in 1986, he was getting hacked. He was doing lines of cocaine, and he was still the best player in the world by some distance. When that rank falls, he'll play Messi for it. Bayana de Marino or Rabiot. Marino for me. Would you rather have James, Konza, or Saliba? James, Konza, or Saliba? I would go with Saliba. With all the cheating Argentina been doing, Messi's nose is somehow still growing. Yep. I hope Spain loses just so I have no reason to really keep Yamal on my team. Barcola and Barcola versus Marino and what? Barcola and Barcola versus Marino and Olive. I'm so confused with that comment. Thanks, I've locked it in. Fingers crossed. Best defender excluding money. Kukurea. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, what chip are you using? None, probably. I'm going to write that in the comments in a second. I'm going to hold on. So most people think France are going to win. 75% of people actually think France are going to win. All right, this is going to be the interesting thing. We're going to start the next poll now. I'm going to sit there. I am using Max Captain in the final result. And who wins in England versus Argentina? Can't even spell Argentina correct. That's how much they suck. Oh, God. All right, there we go. Hopefully people stop asking me whether I'm using the chip now because I'll be able to read that on the poll. 2 midfielder spots. McAllister or Gordon and Bayana or Ariza or Olmo. It's got to be the first 2. McAllister and Gordon. Stone or O'Reilly? Stones, probably. I'm not using Clean Sheet Shield either. I've already used Clean Sheet Shield. Used it last round. Got 20-odd points out of it. Brilliant work. I'm already looking forward to Enzo getting abused in every away PL team for the Falkland stuff. Oh, yeah, legit. Darius swap Alvarez for Messi. My changes look good? Messi out, Kane in. Yes. Tick that off. Martinez out, Simon in. Don't know if I'd waste a transfer there. Laporte out, Dean in. Don't mind that. Konza out, Tagliafico in. Don't mind that one either. And Bayern out, McAllister in. Looks good. I don't know if I'd wasted transfer on the goalkeeper, though. I'm not sure why people selling Bayern up against Luka Dean. I wouldn't sell for a defensive mid at all. But isn't Yamal going to be up against Luka Dean? Luka Dean plays on the left, and Yamal plays on the right. Bayern plays on the left-hand side. He's going to be up against Koundé, I think. If I've got that right. What do you think? Risa transfer, Martinez, Kukurea, O'Reilly transfer, nice. Dean, Martinez, Taluki, yeah, good transfer there. McAllister, like that. Gordon transfer, yep. Dembele, Elise, Messi, Kane, and Mbappe, looks good. Alvarez is well rested on fire. I know, that's why I kind of like think that Alvarez might be better because Messi's old, man. People forget he's old. He's 39 years old. He's just played another 120 minutes. The dude's going to be absolutely cooked. That's what I'm betting against anyway. Olive, I'm missing something here, aren't I? I'm just not thinking about what it is at the moment. Barcola and Olmo versus Marino and Elise. It's got to be Marino and Elise. Thank you. Martinez, Risa, Mpekio, Kukurea, Dean, Medina, Porro, Dembele, Bellingham, Elise, Marino, McAllister, Mbappe, Messi, Kane. What do you think? Pretty good. I don't mind the Marino move for what it's worth. I think that he could be really good. You're not going to play 5 at the back this round anyway, so it makes sense just to have Medina there, just sinking a spot really. O'Reilly or Molina? Probably Molina, guaranteed to start. O'Reilly's been close to scoring a fair few times. Yeah, you'd think he's due a goal, but he just hasn't been getting it done. Spy. I'm running with Megan, Pickford, Dean, Kukurea, O'Reilly, Martinez, Gordon, Doué, Dembele. All right, so you've got a problem there. Doué's not starting. Outside of that, the rest of the team looks sick. We aren't signing Belieber, thank the Lord. Good luck to you. Hopefully you at least get that top 100 finish. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to gain any rank from here. Let's be fair. It's really tight. And everyone's going to have very similar teams. I'm not using a chip. No chip. Check the poll for chip use. Not using it this week. I've only got maximum captain left. That will be next week. I have 2 midfielder slots, McAllister or Gordon. McAllister or Gordon. Sorry, I just said McAllister and Gordon. McAllister and Olmo. What's your plans as goalkeeper? None. I'm just going to roll Martinez out and hope for the best. Hope he saves a penalty or something. Add Condé to Leicester defenders. Yeah. Messi for the pen angle though. Yeah, he probably misses though. He's 100% miss rate from the penalty spot. Last time I checked, Rahi didn't have an answer for why he's so bad from the penalty spot, but he is. McAllister or Marino, and why? McAllister, because he's going to play probably the whole game. That's why. Well, I'm focusing on getting 200k at the moment. Stinker and Cook for me to store. Well, it's 200k is still not bad, to be fair. There's a lot of people playing. Marino not starting? Yeah, but I don't think that matters. Marino can come off the bench and score quite easily. And I still prefer him over Bayern for what it's worth as well. Tagliafico now to start. Well, he has been the last few rounds, yes. Which, I mean, it looks a hell of a lot better than Medina as well, let's be fair here. Which semi-final is more likely to be full of goals? Tomorrow's, when England smash Argentina. Sorry, yeah, he plays left side, but either way, I wouldn't sell Bayern if I owned him unless I could get Barcola, Bellingham, Dembele, Yamal, Elise, or Gordon for him. Oliver Arthur, where's my pickled onions on the bus? One for the oldies. I like it. Could Spence start? Yes, he could. I'm going on Messi, Kane, Mbappe, McAllister, Dembele, Elise, Bellingham, Gordon, Kukurea, Kabasi, Dean, Tagliafico, O'Reilly, Mangan, and Risi. Nice. Good old Rick Varney. Alvarez for Ozabal to have a safety net for transfers next round. You'll have 3 of each team, bar France. I do. If I do that. Very good point. Does Stone start? He's 2% owned and cheap. Not a guarantee to start, but possible. No change in subbing out after the deadline yet. You can sub in and out after the deadline, yes. In between the 2 days. Yep. Last 3 game weeks, I've crashed and burned. Nothing to lose now. Elise captain, like it. Trossard to Marino, Sabari to McAllister, Dest to Dean. 0.1 left in the bank. What do you reckon? Trossard to Marino. Yeah, I don't mind that. Sabari to McAllister, like that. Dest to Dean, fine. Yep, that looks pretty good. Doué will come on and score, probably. What would you rather use 12th man or maximum captain for your team? 12th man, it's got to be one of the big boys you don't have. If you don't have one of Messi, Kane, Mbappe, Dembele, or Yamal, you bring that player in and you make them your 12th man. Whichever one you can't afford, you get that one in. Won't you put maybe England defender, considering that you're going to have either 2 France or 2 Spain defenders going home? Well, they're not going home. They're going to be in the playoff, aren't they? Like, the players don't go home today, folks. Whoever loses does not go home. They play in the 3rd versus 4th playoff, and they'll be there in the final. They may not start in the 3rd versus 4th playoff, but that's an issue for another day, and I'm not worrying about that today. I'm just going to sit there and roll out the team best as is. Megan, Krupi, Kukurea, Konzadine, Molina, and Pecchio, Bellingham, Dembele, Elise, McAllister, Bain, and Messi, Mbappe, Kane. Your team looks pretty good. You've got a front 8. Anyone that's got a front 8 is in a good spot. I don't think anyone wants to be playing more than 3 defenders this week. I just don't think there's a world where anyone keeps a clean sheet. Why Max captain not for this round? What about rotation for the final? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use all my 6 transfers in the final on the 3rd versus 4th playoff and pick players that play, because we're going to see the lineup for the 3rd versus 4th playoff. I'm going to bring in 6 players from that game, and then I'm going to play the maximum captain and hope for the best. That's my strategy. Simon Dean, Kukurea, Kunde, Spence, Medina, Elise, Gordon, and Dembele, Bellingham, Chuchuini, Kane, Mbappe, Messi. Nice. Is O'Reilly guaranteed to start? No. If not, which England defender to get in under 4.7? It's got to be under 4.7. It's probably Konza, because he started every game. No Argentina players in my squad. I predicted a 4-2 win for Spain and a tight 1-0 for England. Nice. First time we hear Gordon versus McAllister and Konza versus O'Reilly. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for pressing the sub button. I think McAllister's better than Gordon, and I think Konza's more safer of a pick than O'Reilly. But if you want the higher upside and the higher risk, you go the opposite direction. You go your Gordon and O'Reilly instead. Who was asking if you can make subs mid-game week at this semi-final stage? Good question. I'd probably prefer Rabiot. I think Rabiot lasts longer than Chuchuani, whatever his name is, how you say it. My bad. All good. Thanks to you, I didn't flop my league. Still managed to get 105 points. Had to make 1 or 2 changes. Somehow it benefited me. Luckily, let's go for another round. Yes. Yeah, Rabiot for me. I got to defend a 15-point lead in my league. The guy who's second has tripled up Spain defense. How do I maintain my lead? Any tips? Bet against Spain keeping a clean sheet. So you're using Max captain next round? Yes. I think France will keep a clean sheet tonight. Does Kwanzaa come back into the lineup after the red? That would be for the final. He's got a 2nd game ban, so he's not actually eligible to play against Argentina regardless, so he's not coming into the lineup this week. Pickford, Kabasi, Kukurea, Kunde, Dean, O'Reilly, Bellingham, Dembele, Elise, Olmo, McAllister, Ozabayar, Mbappe, Messi. I'd really like Kane in that lineup, but other than that, it's not bad. Why everyone rooting for France while in record Spain is better? That's a good point. I'm thinking of diversifying the squad. 3 Spanish defenders, Simon for GK, Kukurea, 2 French. Should I throw Dean out? He'll be facing Yamal. Yeah, it's definitely something you could look at. Kane or Jude from Mbappe don't get good points. That's a really good question. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought that far ahead. I've just figured that Mbappe will bang tonight. Marino, McAllister, and to free up money, Risa and goal, nice. Poro Kunde already got Dean and Kukurea. Poro, more attacking. I love that you're reading each and every comment. Keep up the good content, mate. I mean, it's been pretty hard. The comments have been coming in pretty bloody quick today, but I'll try my best. Smash a like and take a drink for every name D-Unit Butchers. Oh, mate, you'd be drinking all night long. At least a random goalkeeper, Risa or Simon and Barcola. I feel like I go Simon and Barcola in your case. England defender over Tagliafico. Yeah, I just don't have the funds. I've got 0 million in the bank there. Messi out, Kane in. I don't mind that move. I think Kane's more essential than Messi for what it's worth. That's actually my gut read. I've just realized if I did this move instead, I could afford Declan Rice instead of Elliot Anderson. I've got 7 million then to spend in the midfield. I was just looking at that then in my head going, oh, I wonder if this is actually possible. And it is definitely possible. Or I could get Gordon in instead. Like, if I think Spain score tonight, like, who's going to get the goal? Is it? I mean, it's probably going to be Yamal. Let's be fair. I'm not going to have him. I'm going to get burnt. Like, that's definitely possible. I could do that instead. Maybe that's better. I mean, Gordon looks like a locker. He's been getting the points. And who's he going to be playing against on the right? I mean, Argentina's defense is crap. Let's be fair. They've got bloody Christian Romero, who's just as likely to get himself sent off than to actually do any defending. Martinez, who looks like he's surrounded by 3 idiots to the side of him. Maybe it's actually a smart move to bring in a third English attacker. Have you already said what you think the two? Yeah, I think that, so my predictions are 2-1 tonight, and I think England win 3-1 tomorrow. Gordon, you can get Gordon for 7 mil. Exactly. Gordon's alive. Yeah. Maybe that's the moves. It's been a great World Cup so far. Back to bitching about, oh, mate, I can't wait to just sit there and I mean, I don't want to go back to FPL. I feel like I just want to sit the season out. I'm going to play the game, not make any content, do UCL content instead, and then I don't have to sit there and think about DC. I don't have to talk about it. It's not going to wind me up. It's just going to be nice. Not have to talk about such an absolute crap addition to a crap game. Sorry, Creepy Junior to Spurs might be happening. Wow, that's huge. Rice's injury concern? Yeah, exactly. That's why I think Gordon might be the better pick. Have Pickford and Martinez. Should I throw Martinez for a cheapie and upgrade Ozbayal? You could. Should I transfer out Kabasi from Medina to get funds for a player like Gordon, Bacola and Elise out? Yeah, you could to free up money. I feel like Alvarez have a higher chance to score as compared to Ozbayal. You could be right, to be fair. Remember that Anderson is scouting advantage? That's also fair. Yamal way too risky. Sucker Dembele to save a little cash. As you're saving 0.5, it doesn't really feel like a hell of a lot, Kevy. Good to see you, Matt. Would you consider Molina over Tagliafico as he's more nailed, possibly? I don't think Medina gets back in over whatever his stupid name is. I'm going with Unal for his first time as World Cup. I know I haven't had him all World Cup. I don't know. I'm really unsold. I feel like there's so many different routes, but this route gives me a look at 8 different attackers, and I quite like that. I quite like that advantage. And now I'm just like rolling in Dembele over like the likes of a Messi or whatever. McAllister or Gordon or Marino. For me, it's got to be McAllister out of those 3. No, it's not locked. I've not made my moves yet. I've got 44 minutes to think about it. So I'm going to sit there and think about it a little bit more while I read the comments. Mbappe, Bellingham, McAllister, Bayern, attacker gets 40p, midfielder 80p, and defender 160p. Are these good predictions to score? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Not sure. Get yourself ready, Darius. Who is the French number 8? It's got to be. It's either Chichawani or Rabiot. It's got to be one of those 2. It's definitely not. Or is it Elise? No, Elise's. Dembele's. Christ. Mbappe's number 10, right? Does it tell you on here? No. Oh, yeah. Mbappe's 10. Dembele's 7. Elise could be, he's 11. Yeah, it must be Chichawani or Rabiot. Baena, Kunde, Saliba versus Rabiot, Romero, Saliba. The Rabiot one. How many free transfers do you get after this deadline? 6. You get 6 transfers. Rice was ill, not injured. Yes, I believe that is correct, Colm. Pickford, Risa, Martinez, Dean, Kukurao, McAllister, Dembele, Bayern, Kane, Messi, Mbappe. Nice. No England defender, no. I just can't afford them. They're too expensive. And I've already spent up so much. I've only got 5 transfers, so it's just got to be what it is. Could you tell us your lineup if you were trying to push from 100k to around 50? God. You want a wild card or what? I feel like if you're, I don't even know if that's possible to go from that distance. You'd have to pick a few blokes for scouting bonus and hope that they came in. I'm going to captain Mbappe. Just makes sense. Do I reckon McAllister will get some attacking returns? I hope so. That's why I'm bringing him in. Am I using any chips? No. I'm using maximum captain next week. Best option under 7.2, Gordon or an Argentina one. I think Rice is actually a pretty good shout for what it's worth. I feel like Argentina's defense is small. England could definitely capitalize on that 100%. Out Hakimi, what is Rice? Is he how many? So he's 6.3%. He's not got scouting bonus either. Part of me thinks that Rice might actually be a really good shout. Like Rice clearly was ill rather than injured. Maybe he's actually a better pick. Because he is on all the corners. And I feel like Argentina's defense is small. They are small. Martinez is a small defender. Out Hakimi, Medina, Bayana, Ozabayan, Frisch, in and Pecchio, Dean, or Nico Riley. I'd go with Dean because you know he's going to start. Dembele, Munoz, and Rissa. Is that good, or would you recommend any other transfers? I would not be moving Ozabayal out, I don't think. I'd go McAllister out of those three, Sergio. As long as France don't go out, what you have is the perfect sale. I know, exactly. Who is the best 12th man for your team? For my team, Yamal. Yamal and Munoz, 4 million, or DePaul and Ozabayal? Yamal. Attack Messi, Kane, Mbappe. Would you go Olmo, McAllister, or Gordon, or Fabio Ruiz? I would go McAllister. Regularly, what a great question. You could have Konza and Anderson instead of Tagliafico and Gordon, provided Konza starts. God, that's a tough call, isn't it? James, good option, yes. I do believe Argentina stand no chance against England unless we see a robbery. Yeah, exactly. Only 3 places behind you in score prediction league. Big day. I'll be cheering on, mate, to win the whole thing, mate. Thank you. Are you going to make contents for this upcoming FPL? Yes, buddy, I will. So make sure you've subbed. I know you think no one keeps a clean sheet, but pick one goalkeeper. Pickford, most likely to save a penalty. If you have had to have a 12th man for your team, Yamal, why do you rate Ozabayal over Messi? Because he's cheaper, and I think Messi has played so many minutes, he's due an injury. Argentina rumoured to go 5 at the back, though they were practicing those in training, it seems. God. What chip are you playing? None this week. Are you looking forward to being back on the FPL pubcast soon? Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back and talking FPL. I'm going to be doing some stuff for Nightmare this season as well, which should be fun on a Friday, I think we're going to do. Where's Messi's D-Unit? Not here. He's missing in action. He's gone for a sleep. He's gone for retirement. Anderson or Gordon? Anderson. I actually want to look at that. Who said that before? I could drop Rice to, what did they say? Anderson. Then I could bring in an England defender, 4.8 mil instead of here. 4.8. Defender. I don't mind that. I don't mind that shout. It's a good shout from whoever said it. Konza 4.8. I mean, he's actually done nothing. I mean, they did keep 2 clean sheets. They kept a clean sheet against Ghana and a clean sheet against Panama. He's not going to score a goal. It just feels a bit meh. I think that's the best way to score. I think that just feels a bit meh. Does Anderson take any of the corner? Like, if Reece James plays, is Rice still on all the corners? I can't recall what happened in the first couple of games. I can't remember if Reece James was on like certain sides and Rice was on the other. I feel like Rice took them all, right? I feel like Rice took all the corners. I feel like that's why I like the idea of having Rice in the team. Last chance to go bring in Marino for Bain. I don't mind it. Anderson or Gordon? I feel like Gordon's probably the answer. Olmo or McAllister? McAllister. Gordon or Olmo? Gordon. Elise captain, what do you think? Risky, but I don't mind it. Thanks for letting me know about do I have 1 free transfer? There we go. Had choice of Rice or Ruiz, said plunge for Ruiz, who could get scout. Yeah, fair. Fortson, Unite to Megan, Romero to O'Reilly, Kabasi to Pecco, Haaland, Kane, Emi Martinez to Pickford. I think that looks pretty good. I like those moves. Finally, as your chances, yeah, I'll copy your moves directly. My rank is 28k. Can I still finish 10k? I'm not sure what the difference in points are. I haven't bothered to look, to be honest. I know that between me and like number 30 in the world is like 10. So I'm assuming it's Like, I don't know. Really don't know. Nico is far better than Konze. Yeah, the problem is, will he start? That's the key question. You'd imagine he does, but there's no guarantee. Yeah, he's cheaper. You're right. I just think that I'm going to go Rice and leave it with Tagliafico. I actually genuinely think that Rice is a better pick. And I know that Anderson's got scouting bonus, but he actually has to get a return to get it. And you just know that Declan Rice is going to be on the corners. And he's also on free kicks. I feel like that's a smarter move. I really think that is a better move. Declan Rice. Trust me, I've had so much luck with Rice this season as well. When I've owned Rice, he's banged. But part of me thinks that maybe that is the smartest move. He's going to be on corners. Argentina have small defenders. Maybe that's it. Maybe that is what I'm going to do. Mika is far better than Konza. Apparently, Rice only played 45 minutes. If he does start, he's been bedbound for 3 days. I think he'll be fine. It's the semi-finals. He's not going to be missing this. Dembele plus McAllister or Barcola plus Olmo? Dembele, McAllister for me. I think that O'Reilly probably does start, but I can't say it with any guarantees. If I don't take Ozabal for Munoz, I can't get Dembele. You've just got to work out which one you think scores more points. Are you doing a Spain versus France watch-along, mate? Could be a high-scoring game. I'm going to be watching it. I'm probably not going to be doing a live watch-along. It's so hard to do the deadline stream and then sit there and restart for the thing, and I don't have anything ready to go for the watch-along. Like, it's still on the England one from the other night. 100% I have no one else there. I mean, they could play Spence there. He came on for O'Reilly, didn't he? Hasn't gone better on open play, yes, but Declan Rice on free kicks, he's on set pieces. I feel like there's every world where he's just as good. I feel like Rice has got a couple of assists already, hasn't he? I'm just making this up now. No, he's had 1 assist. Okay, maybe Declan Rice isn't the answer, but maybe he is. I don't know. Or maybe I just go with what I originally was going to do, and I've been off these fools, and I go back to Anderson. I go back to Alvarez. And roll with that and hope for the best. Those are the 3 most logical options. Any other option requires me to kill a spot in the team. For like a Messi, for a Yamal, I need to literally sit there and kill a spot in the team. I don't know if that's something I want to do. To be honest, I just think it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, in theory, hold on, what? If I did do the dead spot and Munoz came in there, Anderson could all of a sudden become Yamal, and I've got 1.1 million to spend. That's so annoying. If there was a 3.9 million defender, I should have looked into this. I would have dumped this guy to 3.9 and I would have got in Barcola. But it's actually, there's not actually, no, does that work? Oh, it does work. Well, we could do that and just hope for a 3-5-2. It's going so heavy on France, though. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. That fills me with dread. I mean, that is an option. That's definitely an option. I could definitely do something like that. Or could leave that as McAllister. Oh my God, I can't spell his stupid name. Oh, I need to stop mucking around with that. McAllister. Oh, no, I was going to say that's not going to leave me with enough money to do what I thought I could do. I was going to say I could move the goalkeeper instead, but no, I can't move the goalkeeper. I'd still have to do. I still got the exact funds to do that. Oh, no, I don't. Sorry. No, that's a lie. What am I on about here? I could then just move the goalkeeper. Why didn't I consider that before? Why did I not look at that yesterday and think that was a smart move? That leaves 0.7 million in the bank. Maybe that's a better move. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, that is definitely an option. I didn't realize that that was something that could be done. And just leave it in there. I mean, the miraculous thing of Spain versus France finishes 0-0. I'm playing 5 at the back, baby. And then I'm absolutely cooked because I'm going to have to play Kane and Mbappe, and I'm going to have a blanking forward. But I'll have 5 defenders at the back that have gone bang. Thanks, Joe. Stones or O'Reilly, who's likely to start? Probably O'Reilly, you would think. Messi or Alvarez. I think both start for what it's worth. Sup, my road, great work on the fantasy game. Who are your top 2 picks between Gordon and Kane? Ozabayal, Marino, Kane. And probably Ozabayal, to be honest, out of those 2. But they're both forward. So if you had to pick 1 and 1, I'd go Kane and Gordon. One free transfer. Should I swap Martinez to either Simon or Magrin if you think they've got more chance of a clean sheet? Yes. You need to go up the ranks. Who would you transfer in this for this week or captain? Yamal, probably, just for a Hail Mary. I think he's slightly lower owned. He's only 37% owned. What's Dembele owned? 47 years. I'd go Yamal. Yep, the Medina isn't playing. I think I'd still go Dembele over Yamal. Just a better player in general, I think. I think in 4 years' time will be the other way around. I think at the moment, though, Dembele's in better form. And Yamal's obviously still coming off that injury, that hamstring. So, Anderson, do you not feel guilty? So, Benderson, yes, definitely thinking of it. McAllister, I have 6 France, think they'll win comfortably. McAllister and replace Lamine with Barcola. Yeah, see, I feel like this is something that could be done. Gabassi instead of Laporte. Yeah. Would I take a hit? No. Not for Gabassi to Dean, no. I'm playing Max Captain in the final. It's heavy on Spain, though, don't you think? I know, this is the problem. I feel like that's just way too heavy on Spain. But like then, imagine if I've got it wrong and Spain beat France. All of a sudden, I'm back in business, right? Like it's just pure gambling at this point. Like really, like it is. It's what it is. It's gambling. Like if I got it right, I got it wrong. I really don't know. Dino and Pecchio on why? Dean is more attacking. He's going to put the balls into the box. And Pecco could score a goal of a quarter, though. Worth having Bane, or do I add on to my already -3? I would not be taking any more than -3. Start by caller of Dembele, you have more money. Yeah, but it requires an extra transfer, doesn't it? Why not England defence? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. You know what? I've just realised. I only need 0.1 million to fund those moves, right? That could actually be Pickford in defence. And then just roll with that. It is very heavy on Spain and France. And I feel like that's why I don't like it. And I feel like I also want to look at another extra attacker. I still feel like the best moves are the ones I originally had up. That make more sense to me in my head. Because then you're betting on more teams. Or you're betting on more stuff. And I just forego Yamal. And I'm backing in Alvarez to match Messi. Which I think is definitely possible. I mean, he's definitely back. He's definitely going to play because he's better than Martinez. I think Alvarez is way better than Martinez for me. I think Martinez will start on the bench again. And then we can get an England defender in for what it's worth, probably. Why is it saying -3? What have I done here that is adding to a -3? Am I blind? Okay. Oh, Pickford. That's right. I was like, hold on, what's going on here? I'm losing the plot here. I feel like Rice is the one that's calling my name. I don't know why he's calling my name either. It makes no sense to me, but he is. It's like he's like calling out, D-Unit, listen to me. Feel my glory that's coming. Elliot Anderson's a safer pick. Let's be fair here. Elliot Anderson's going to do me something just because Cole mentioned that he's either going to be put in the bin, never to come out of play to ever play again, and we're just going to roll with it. I think that is the play. And I'm going big on tomorrow's game and just hoping France do me well tonight. If France do me well tonight, we're on. We are on. If I've got the read of the games right, I think we're on. Fabian Ruiz, I don't think plays more than 60 minutes, so I don't really rate him as a pick, to be honest. Not going to lie. I just think that this is what we're going to do. We're going to just roll and hope for the best here, I think. Let's hope I've got it right. There we go. I think those are going to be the moves. I think that's going to be what we're going to go with in the end. Is picking Paredes any risk? I just don't think he's going to do very well. Start by call over Dembele to balance money. Yeah, again, it just requires an extra move, and I don't have that extra move. Max captain this round or next? Max for me next round. I think use Max captain now because there is more goals in semis. Is there though? I don't think that's the case. I think there's more goals in the third versus fourth playoff. I lock my team captain tough as one to go against Mbappe. You're 100% spot on. Any of the four teams can win. It's a coin flip on any player. Medina and Gordon versus Tagliafico and Kante. I just think it's got to be Gordon and Tagliafico. I think those are the two that start. Going heavy on one is way too risky. Exactly. That's why I'm like, I've split. Like if I do these moves, I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomorrow. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 today. No, I've got 7 today. I've got 7 and 7 because obviously Vargas doesn't exist. So I'm literally split evenly, except I'm probably missing a Spain player, but I've got more France because I think France win. That's what I think is going to go down. Thank you very much, my friend Ahmed. Go for Mal since he's already posted things about France and he plays against Luka Dan. I see him getting a goal and an assist. He probably does, to be fair. I just think that game tomorrow has more goals in it than today's. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I'm not going to hold my hand up here. I'm just saying I think the games are really hard to call this round. Well, I think the Spain versus France game is a much harder game to call than the England-Argentina one. England I expect to win. I don't see a world where Argentina win that game. Last time those two played, but the score was 5-4. I feel like if Yamal had been fit all tournament, I think he's a no-brainer to have. The problem is, I don't think he's fit. He looks off the pace still. I would take neither of them, Paredes or Gonzalez. Use Max up now because, is it worth taking Riley or Konza because other defenders are Spanish and French? Yes, but I think they all concede. I'm not confident in anyone, to be honest, but I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, pretty much. And I also just don't think he does very much. If you could replace Anderson with Gordon, would you? I'd replace him with Rice if I could, yes. Has nobody asked you when you're going to be playing your max captainship? No, I don't believe so, Colm. Kunde. Kunde. Playing CS Shield now, crap chip, holding 5-4 today and 1-1 tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that's why I played it last round because I just thought it was more likely. Anderson or Gordon, if you've got the money, Gordon. If you don't, Anderson. Yamal did FL today. He scores a 20-pointer. Yeah, probably. Do you think France will score more than one against Spain to have two Spanish defenders? I can't. I've got 5 transfers and I've got other issues, so I'm just rolling with them. And if I have to bench him, I bench him. That's why I want to have another defender tomorrow. That's the only reason why, is because of that. Card, Rabiot or Anderson? Anderson. I think we should focus on mids more and attack this match day because more goals are going to be scored. I agree, which is why I'm going to go with that, I think. I think that's where we're going to go. I feel like that's what I had yesterday as well. Something like that. Because I think I had Marino in there thinking that Marino might start, but yeah. If you've moved Pori down to Kabasi, why don't you put Gordon? Yeah, again, that takes a hit. There's no point getting a hit. I don't think it's worth -3. It's back up to, I know, it's mad. Currently doing Saka to McAllister, Trossard to Bellingham. Marino or Ruiz? I think Marino outscores Ruiz off the bench, probably. I feel like Marino, actually, I don't mind Marino as a pick. I really don't mind him as a pick. Just doesn't do anything for my team. All it does is allow me to upgrade Tagliafico to Martinez, and that's it. That's all I get. Marino's not starting. He's on the bench, but he'll come off the bench. What do I think of the United transfers? They're okay. Nothing too exciting, but they're okay. Elise Marino or Yamal Barcola. Elise, actually, what? How have you got the money to do either or? The answer, because, no, that doesn't make any sense. For me, it's Yamal and Elise, but I don't think you can afford that. Never really understood the max captain booster. Can you explain it? It means you don't have to worry about your captain. In whatever round you play, it will end up on the top scoring player in your team as your captain. I don't know if it takes into account who's on the bench or not. I think they end up on your team and they end up scoring the points. Yeah, I think France will have them tonight. I can't do anything about it. I'm selling one of them. I can't sell all 5 of them because otherwise I'm going to have blanks in my team. So that doesn't make much sense. Olmo versus McAllister versus Gordon. For me, it's McAllister. Anderson or McAllister and McAllister. O'Reilly or Spence or Stones. For me, it's probably O'Reilly. You think England can beat France? Yes. Will Reeves play over 60 minutes? No idea. No idea is the honest answer. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to roll with Alvarez in there. The only other option is to not go with Alvarez, bring in Ozabayal in case that, Spain do actually score some goals and he's involved. I don't know. Let's have a look. James is a good option. Yeah, he could be. I'm going to end that poll there. I'm going to ask another question. Who would you rather? Who would you rather? All right. Question is going to be, how do you spell his stupid name? Oh my God. Why would you have a name like this that you can't even bloody pronounce, that you can't even say? It's got to be a strike against him. And, Rice. Gordon. Actually, we'll go Gordon because he's probably a smart move. Or Alvarez Anderson. All right, I'm intrigued to see how this poll goes. Let's see what people think. There you go. Get your votes in. Convince me. Let the chat convince me. Let the chat influence me. You got 7 minutes for me to sit there and change my mind. Is it worth owning Elise Dembele and Barcola, 3 France mids? Yes. Even though I don't do it, I think it's definitely worthy of being looked at. Yes. Rice and O'Reilly or Anderson and Porokonza? Rice and O'Reilly for me. Best midfielder under 6.1 is probably Banner for what it's worth. because he's definitely going to play, right? Gordon, Olmo, McAllister, or Fabian Ruiz. Wow, Gordon and Ozbayal are killing the voting here. This is unbelievable. Fabian Ruiz is 1% owned. Yeah, I've got no interest in him, to be honest. McAllister's the one out of those four. Is Boehner out for Marino okay? If you think that, yeah, I don't mind it. I really don't mind that move. I'm torn between Anderson or Gordon to transfer him. What do you reckon? Well, let's see what the chat says, but at the moment, Gordon is smoking old mate Anderson by 80% to 20. That's a smashing. 7.4 in the bank for a mid. Yeah. Probably Gordon. 7.4. 7.4. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be Gordon probably, or Rice. Kabasi and Gordon or Poro and McAllister. Kabasi and Gordon. New subscriber. Thank you very much for subbing, Bait. Which team do you support in the English Premier League? Man United. You probably can't see it behind me. They're Man United signed shirts behind me. What's the bet tonight? My God, I need to put one on. I'm going to have to stop answering people's questions a second. Is it worth trying Spence over O'Reilly? If you believe he starts, yes. If I don't take Ozabal from Munoz, I can't get Dembele. Or should I keep Ozabal and not get Dembele? I'd just keep Ozabal. If you're willing to risk it, what are your best differentials like really low ownership? That's why I like Alvarez, because he's 9% owned. Anderson's obviously under 5. McAllister's obviously about 18. I like that as well. And then just gambling on some of these defenders. Like Luka Dean, there's a reason why he's good, because he's low owned. Like these guys are, well, other than Kukurea, Poro's low owned. Like he could still get an attacking return today, right? Let's be fair. Yeah, it's got to be, I think, Gordon out of those 4 Kijan reviews. Mangan out, Risa in. If you need the money, yes. Fabian Ruiz, Gordon, Olmo, or McAllister, what do you think? Gordon. Is Boehner out for Marino okay? Yes. Are there doubts a bit about O'Reilly? Yes, because he did have some hamstring fatigue towards the end of that game. If I don't take, yeah, I just keep Ozabal. Fabian Ruiz is 1%. Yeah, I just don't see the allure of him. I feel like his goal was very lucky the other day. I wouldn't say, yeah. And no, transfers do not carry over, so don't sit there and save any. You use them or lose them. Macro over Gordon for 1 hit. Probably not for a hit. Would you get O'Reilly over Tagliafico if you could? Yes. Are you going to keep Emi Martinez? Yep. I'm going to keep. I don't think it makes any sense making a goalkeeper move from like one keeper to another that's playing, because I think they all concede. Remove Argentina players. Better Messi, bro. I'm not interested in Messi, probably. Would you take Rice over Anderson if you could? Yes. Have you made your transfers? No. I got Yamal, Kane, Messi, Elise, Dembele. I was all on the same team. Want to check it out? That's a pretty sick team, to be honest. But it required me making too many moves in order to get it myself. What about picking defenders to scaling bonus? There's going to be, yeah, I just think that you've got to get lucky with clean sheets. Dembele over Messi, yes. DePaul over McAllister, no. Why would DePaul start over McAllister? McAllister just literally was one of the better players for Argentina the other night. What if I got him coming off the bench around the 60th minute against the tired Spanish? I can't believe how much Ozabal is smashing Alvarez. Will we have the players for 3rd place match available on the last match day? Yes, we will. Make sure the England Argentina players are on your bench. All right, I need to actually make some moves. I'm going to back the chat in. If you guys got it wrong, I'm coming for you in the next round. I'm crucifying the chat if you get it wrong. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to bring in Ozabal. I think this actually makes a lot of sense. I don't mind these moves. I think you guys could be onto something here. I'm easily influenced. Who am I looking for here? Midfielder. Yamal or Dembele? Dembele for me. Part of me does like the Rice pick, though. And then Gordon's going to be playing against that Argentina defense, so I do not rate at all. That's probably Gordon, you know. All right, let's do it. Those are the moves. 5 moves made. Done. Thank you very much, chat. Confirm him. Yep, let's do it. Locked and loaded. All right, let's sort this team out. Who's playing tonight? Ozabale needs to come in. Sub in for Kane. Kane, McAllister, Gordon. Vice captain Martinez. Yep, that's fine with that. Mbappe captain. Sweet. All right, I think we're good. Actually, yeah, we'll leave it like that. That's officially the team. Get that off. Hopefully you can see the team properly on the screen. Oh my God, I can't get it on the screen properly. I'm trying to literally hold on. That work? No, it's still gotta go be higher. You gotta be kidding me. Far out. This is hilarious watching me try to get this on the screen. Actually, hold on. I've got to quickly go somewhere else and check this. Hold on. There we go. All right, sorry, my bad. I was like, what are we doing here, you idiot? Yamal or Mbappe captain? Mbappe, James or Gahey, Elise or Dembele, Elise probably for me. Thoughts on Gordon? He's in my team, so there you go. You're 138 from we're all in the 40 to 50k mark. Ignore us. Pickford, Megan, Kunde. For me, I don't know. I've got it back in the way I think these games are going to go, and I think that England. I don't think Argentina do much against England. Maybe it's just my bias taking over, whatever. I've got one free transfer rec. I take out one of Romero and Molina for Spence O'Reilly. If you believe that they're going to get more points, yes, I'd actually keep Romero for what it's worth. Okay, if you've got 3 Argentina defense, I would probably just hope for the best. I don't think it's worth a -3. I just don't think any of the other defenders keep a clean sheet, so you shouldn't be worrying too much about defenders this week. Worry about your forwards. Get your forwards in order. Is Kunde worth a -3? Probably not. Who do I 12th man? If you haven't got Yamal, get Yamal. If you haven't got Messi, get Messi. Any of those big players that cost like 10 million more. GK, Martinez, Ricciart, Checofigo, Kukurea, Benita, Badassi, Yamal, Kante, Striker, Kane, Messi, Mbappe. Do I need? No, I think your team's good, man. Looks pretty good to me. Max, cap this round or next? I'm going next round. Best differential captain for today. If you want differential captain today, I'd go Yamal if you've got him. Otherwise, I would probably go for... Well, Ozabale's only 16% owned. If you wanted to take a wild punt and bet on Spain tonight, he's your man. Yeah, it's a good team, Jesse. Yeah, your team's good, mate. I like it. I like the dead spotting into the forward line as well. I don't mind that at all. Stones to scouting bonus. Yeah, I did not buy Tagliafico for the scouting bonus. Didn't even realize he was under 5%, but hey, he is. So if he comes in, he comes in, but I don't expect him to come in. Max captain this round. Yeah, next round for me. Team review, please. Martinez, Rissa, Kuka, Kunde, Stones, Dean, Medina. I don't like Medina. I think your defense has got a few issues. Outside of that, though, the rest of the team's mint. Oh, yeah, or Mbappe captain. I'm going Mbappe because I'm just going with the bloke I think is going to score the most points, and I think it's him. Play Vargas, Martinez will get a minus. Actually, you know what? That's actually a pretty fair point. I had not thought about that. I mean, you can sub him in anyway, right? I did not think about that. You could be right. I'll think about that between today and tomorrow for sure. I was at Messi Barcola. Dembele and Ozabale or Messi. I'm going with Dembele Ozabale, so I'm going to say that. I hope Dembele don't score. All the best of this game. Yes, this con's are starting. No idea, but I'd imagine so. James or Kukurea? It's got to be Kukurea. Let's be fair here. Kukurea is starting. James, we don't even know if he's going to be fit. I'm going to sit there and see if I can quickly put a bet on as well. Let's see what people think about this. Where are we at? Taking a punt on Lise captain. Nice, Rob. I'm taking a risk. 5-player Spain, nice. For 12-man chip, should I get Kane or Yamal? I would go Kane over Yamal all day long. All right, bet. Where are we at? We're running out of time here. I've got 6 minutes. Quick. Oh, crap. Where are we? Oh, no, I don't want World Cup teams. I want World Cup semi-finals. There we go. All right, France versus Spain. Wow, it's a very close margin here. France paying $2.55, draw $2.90, and Spain $3.15. We're going to go and same game multi. We're going to go Kylian Mbappe anytime goal scorer. We're going to go that. We're going to go to, where are we? Go all. To qualify for the next round, we're going with France. Over 2.5 goals, I'm going to go yes. Player to have one or more shots on target. Mbappe, yes. Dembele, yes. Wow, Dembele to have a shot on target is paying $1.62. I think that's pretty ridiculous. Yamal, I think yes. And Ozabal, yes. I think that's pretty good. Card markets. I love betting on card markets. Mate, the referee must be pretty soft tonight. The card market's pretty low. Right, we're going to go with that. Let's hope for the best. All right, we're going to go bet return. 9.9. That was pretty good. All right, good. Got that on. 4 minutes to go. Sweet. Happy days. All right, what do we got here? Lady last minute questions. Get them in because you've got about 4 minutes to go here. If you're chasing the mini league, would you captain Elise or Dembele? Yes. You can't sub Vargas in after the game. What do you mean? What? Oh, yeah, because he hasn't got a game. Okay. Yep. Leave him there for a second. I don't mind that. Good shout. There we go. Sweet as. 4-2 to Spain. Oh, well, that's why I went over 2.5 goals, right? Bellingham or Kane captain game 2. I'm feeling probably going to go with Harry Kane against that Argentina defence for what it's worth. Just remember to put the telly on to actually watch the match. National anthems are a go, yes. What are your teams to get points for scouting bonus? Just playing and pick ratio, or did the team have to win? What? What are the teams to get points for scouting? So they've got to get over 5 points to get the scouting bonus. So if they don't get over that, they don't get the points. So for a defender, essentially, if they don't keep a clean sheet, they're not getting the points unless they score a goal or get an assist and don't concede more than 2 goals. For midfielders, there's a possibility they can get like chances created, tackles, and a clean sheet and not have to worry about getting a goal or assist, but it's rare. Forwards ditto the same thing. They need to actually score or get a thing. No watch longs today. There'll be watch long tomorrow for the England game. We'll be back for tomorrow, so make sure you join us live for that. We have to sit there and see the journey all the way through. I'm going to be watching the game. I'm not going to be doing a live watch along for that. Yamal or Dembele, it's Dembele for me. Elise or Dembele captain, in your opinion? I'd still go probably Elise captain in that scenario. Good, nice, Simon, Kukra and Kabasi. Should I sell one of them for an England defender or Dean? I would sell none of them for an England defender or Dean. I'd just roll them and use the transfer somewhere else. Everything is possible, though, so you can easily gain a bit this round and then, yeah, fair. Yeah, that's what my plan is. My plan is to really attack the 3rd versus 4th playoff and use the max captain. Like, that's my entire plan for the next round. I think the most points to be gained will be from targeting the 3rd versus 4th playoff. So whoever rolls out of the World Cup this round, all my moves will be made on bringing in those players. Like, because they're going to be lower owned, people might not want to make moves that are risky or whatever, and I'm just going to go full risk and hope that it comes in that final little last bit or whatever. But yeah, 2 minutes to go. Make sure you've got your team saved, locked, loaded, whatever it is that you do. Yeah, this is a huge match. It's going to be a great game of football. I need to get it open in a second as well. So we might actually wrap this up a little bit early, maybe. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds or so to go. My current rank is 138, mate. What it says on the screen, 138 in the world. Hopefully it continues. I mean, if I can finish inside the top 100 teams at some point at the end of the thing, it'll be great. But yeah, look, I've got coverage in the attack from every single team. I'm favouring, obviously, France and England to win, which is why I've got more France and England than I've got Argentina and Spain. But I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm probably cooked. If I'm right, I could well be on for another huge week. But yeah, I think the scores in general will be much lower this round, so don't be too disappointed if you end up with like a 60 or a 70. I'm not expecting huge amounts of points this week. The clean sheet shield came in clutch last week, so hopefully it comes in, well, hopefully everything just comes in clutch again this week. But yeah, on that note, folks, I think we are going to wrap things up. If you haven't saved your team now, you're probably cooked. And that's it. The deadline has officially hit 0. We're just waiting for the game pretty much to update at this point and say, come back in a couple of minutes. But in that note, that is my team. It's locked, it's loaded. Enjoy the semi-finals. Hopefully they're great. Hopefully the teams you're going for, if you're all the English like me, you're rooting for tomorrow. We'll be back for the live watch along for England versus Argentina. And long may we finally get our revenge. 40 years on after the hand of God, it's time for Sir Harry Kane to deliver us to the promised land and back to a final. Thanks.